Hello, hello. Today we are talking about some of the key trends we are seeing in SME merger and acquisitions deals. So this will be of particular relevance to you if you are running a small, medium-sized growth company and you are looking to sell right now or in the near future. So today we're talking about what buyers are actually asking for and what trends we're seeing in these deals. So we are seeing a big push for a lot more buyer-friendly terms. It's always been the case that the buyer kind of has the upper hand in these deals, but we're seeing this being pushed more and more and more now. What does that mean? Well, we're seeing requests for a lot more warranties, so a lot more promises, guarantees being given about certain events that have happened in relation to the business. We're seeing a lot more requests for indemnities. So due diligence will throw up some high risk situations in the perspective of the buyer. So they might see that there was a claim that went on previously, or GDPR hasn't been followed closely, or there's been an issue with some staff situations in the past, maybe right to work checks, that kind of thing. These are coming up as indemnifiable events. So buyers are now more and more asking for sellers to give indemnities, which essentially means seeking compensation from them is becoming a lot easier. We're also seeing much more of a push on deferred consideration. So a few years ago, it used to be the case that you would sell your business and you get all the money up front, or you might have a small portion that would be deferred. Now what we're seeing is a lot more is being deferred. And actually in some cases, the majority is being paid after the fact and not on completion. That, for you as a seller, obviously creates a massive risk for you. It means that you could sell the entirety of your company and then for whatever reason, you're not paid out later down the line. So it's our job when we're representing you as a seller to make sure that you have the right protections in place to guard against that. But that is what we're seeing a lot more of. We're also seeing a lot more focus on post-deal integration, so longer handover periods, more prescriptive obligations, duties, etc. that sellers are having to align themselves with. So they might be needed to work full-time for a certain period after completion has taken place, or be on demand, on hand to answer more and more questions. What we're generally seeing is much more of a focus on the buyer getting what the buyer wants, making things easier for them in terms of financially and operationally, and that is skewing in terms of what is going to be good for the seller after completion. So that's something when you are selling your business that you really have to keep an eye on, and it's why taking appropriate legal advice is really important as part of that process. Selling your business shouldn't be complicated. It should be nice and straightforward, and you should have a good relationship with your buyer as you're going through the process, but you still need to make sure you protect yourself against some of these key risks.